Okay, well, welcome to week 12 of my hip physical therapy, which has turned into a lot more things than just that in my preparation to get ready for walking at Disneyland in now 5 days. So, this is the final week of that prep. If you watched last week, we had 1, 2, 3 setbacks. Um, the reason I am in the hospital right now is the third one was that my dad had a heart attack and needed um, quintuple bypass surgery, and wasn't sure if he was going to make it, and therefore wasn't sure if I'm going to make it to Disney for my trip on Saturday. But made it through the surgery. Have not been able to go back and see him yet, but the doctor said it went really well. He's very healthy, very active, eats really well, and said that the surgery was relatively easy and he should make a full recovery. So, hopefully, that will remain true for the next couple days, and I'll be able to head out on the trip. Today, for my ankle, that was issue number 2 last week, spraining my ankle. I have not been wearing the brace today. It's been 4 days since the sprain, and so I'm trying to get it used to walking again. And I have been standing at the hospital working at the cafeteria counter, and my ankle, it's feeling it where I twisted it. Even though it wasn't a bad sprain, it's still recovering. So I'm trying to take it easy. I do not think I'll go out and do any walking today. But just getting it used to having weight and standing on it without the brace, without ibuprofen and all of that is where I'm at right now. So that is going. Trip looks like it's still on. Dad looks like he's gonna come through okay. So that's where we are as we start week 12 of my PT journey. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you again with another update. Well, I am back in the hotel room for another update. Did indeed see Dad, and he pulled through like a champ. Unbelievable how many tubes and things there are in somebody when they have open heart surgery. What an amazing procedure. Like, they do it all at once. They do bone, they do tissue, they do grafting. It's super, super crazy and very impressive. And if he hadn't been as healthy as he was, playing 3 hours of pickleball a day, super strict diet, because back when I was in college, he had his first heart attacks when he was in his 40s, and cleaned up his act, really cleaned up his eating, became more active, and that has served him well. So if anything, the way our bodies react is fueled by how we treat them, what we put into our body, what we allow it to do for us. And I remember him saying to me many, many years ago when I was a teenager, if you put junk in, you get junk out. So, words to live by. We all should make sure that our bodies are as healthy as possible so they can take us where we want to go. And sometimes that means pickleball. Sometimes that means Disneyland. Everybody has their own version of what they want to do in their life. So make sure you can do it. So super happy at Dad's progress. They took out the ventilation tube, so he's able to speak. The anesthesia wore off, so he was awake more, and that all went great. I mentioned I wasn't planning on walking today. Hospitals are big, crazy places. And I walked 6,000 steps today, not walking. So my ankle, when I say ankle, it's more the side of my foot. Whatever tendon stretched when my foot tipped, or ligament, or whatever it would be. And I had to sit and put the red light pad on it, which helped. But then I was walking around trying to find his glasses and trying to find different places in the hospital. It was nuts. So I'm tired. Holy moly. Luckily, there wasn't an emotional grief today on top of the physicalness of it. But it was a good day. It was a very good day. And I am super grateful for my dad's health and that he gets to be around some more and live to win another pickleball match. So I'm going to tend to my ankle again, rest my hip, all the things, and maybe start daydreaming about Disney again. I will catch you later in the week with more updates. Until then, take care of yourself. Hello and good morning. It is Tuesday now. I'm about ready to head over to the hospital, but I thought I'd share this beautiful view with you. Can you see? I can't see. But it's just lovely. So I'm taking a moment to smell the roses before I go spend the day back in the hospital with my dad in ICU. He was texting me this morning, so he's doing well, but the pain is starting to set in. So as you may know, it's always about trying to get ahead of it. So that's what they're working on now. I actually am a Reiki practitioner, so I'm going to do some Reiki on my dad when I get over there and see if that helps keep the good juju flowing in, some good healing energy to come in and do its job. But gorgeous out here this morning. I imagine I'll be getting in some more walking today at the hospital. My foot was really not happy about it, with that ankle sprain from last week. And I didn't have the brace on or anything yesterday. And I think that was too abrupt to go from the CBD balm and the ibuprofen and the ankle brace and all of that for 3 or 4 days to nothing yesterday. So I put on some balm this morning and we'll see how it does. But yep, enjoying the morning just for another moment before I go hang out inside for a long time. Hope you have a beautiful day yourself. Hello there. So it has been a minute since I videoed you. Today is now Wednesday. I didn't have time to add anything of substance yesterday after my looking at pretty stuff video. So yesterday, Dad was able to get a lot of his stuff from the surgery pulled, his many tubes and the thing in his neck, and goodness, and was doing really well when they moved him to the cardiac unit last night, and continued to have more stuff taken out, and he's doing great. So once he got out of the ICU and he seemed all in the clear, I headed home. I had my PT appointment this afternoon, which I would not have made, so I rescheduled it for a little bit later, and here I am. So with all of that sitting and the problem with the thought, where the thigh meets the butt, and then all the things I had to do in the car, we are doing some dry needling. Well, I'm not going to show you, but all the way around the bottom of my butt and my hip, kind of up to the SI joint. because that was really aggravating with all of that sitting. And I literally had the tens unit pads on the entire trip home today, and they were very helpful, along with my red light pad wrapped around the hip. But I can't go through life that way. Like, that's ridiculous. So we're doing some needling to try and finally release some of that tension there, because that's been an issue for like over 12 years now. Too long, far too long. So we went into this physical therapy journey trying to get me ready to walk Disneyland, and it has taken so many turns. And we're now working on sitting instead of walking. But that's fine. I've got to be able to sit. That's why I have a standing desk, is because I can't sit for too long. And then we have a flight coming up this weekend to go to Disneyland. And I would like to actually be comfortable sitting on a flight for once. So maybe this will help a little bit. So that's where we are. We're going to do some of the cupping in the same area as with the needles today. And that's where we're at. Luckily, the ankle is feeling better today after all that walking in the hospital yesterday. I walked, was it yesterday? 6,000 steps, or was it the day before? I can't remember now. But it's feeling better today. I didn't have to tend to it all during the drive, and it should be fine by the trip. Hurrah! So we'll see what ails me most when I start making my videos over the weekend. But maybe, just maybe, it'll be nothing, and it'll be minor, and I'll take it. But that's where we are today on Wednesday. I haven't done any formal walking in many days. So we'll see if I can do some walking tomorrow, because I'm not doing any classes this week. And even though I'm home, instead of going to the gym, I'm gonna walk as much as I can with the ankle. Anyway, there we are. Hopefully you're doing a great job taking care of your body as well. And I will check in with you later this week. Bye.
Okay, well, here we are. It's Saturday, and I did no more walking at all since the last time I videoed. But it's been crazy getting ready for the trip and getting back from my dad's trip and all of that. So here I am at the airport, and the only walking I've done is about 2,500 steps just to get to the gate. But I'm wearing my, I don't know if it'll, hold on, let me make it go down. Let's see. Wearing my Disneyland shirt, and I'm ready to go. But the most exciting news is today is the day. It's the one that we've been waiting 12 weeks for. So ready or not, Disneyland, here I come. I want to thank you for hanging out with me during this journey and keeping me company as I try and make my body as physically able as possible to do this trip. It's going to be a long one, and it's going to be a little bit extra as well. But we'll see it through. Luckily, the ankle is doing better, and the hip, I don't know, it'll be fine as long as I rest it periodically. But there's something that I haven't told you. So I would like for you to meet somebody. Hi, babe.
Hi.
This is my partner, Bert.
Hello.
And Bert is needing to use a wheelchair right now. He is undergoing some mysterious neurological, some sort of neurology going on that's causing extreme pain and lethargy and stuff that is not conducive to walking Disneyland. So a couple of the times that I videoed that I went out for a walk, it was actually me pushing him in the wheelchair so he could get outside a little bit. And we're now going to undergo the first time he has to be in a wheelchair at Disneyland. So I'm going to add our adventures with that and possibly create a whole nother video just on how to navigate Disney in a wheelchair, because it's a whole different thing. So we have a reservation with an ECV company to drop one off at the hotel today. And then we're going to be navigating the Anaheim Transit, what's it called? It's the art buses, because they allow wheelchairs on those. And we're not staying in a super close hotel. So we'll be figuring out all of that. I'm not going to be doing a lot of attractions anyway, just because of the video themes that I'm choosing. But it will be interesting to just show what sorts of things are possible and doable and enjoyable when you're in a wheelchair. So we'll try and take some footage of that part of our trip and create another video for people to watch, knowing that you can do Disney if you can't walk it, whether it's because your hips are bothering you, or you have pain, or body parts aren't working, or whatever. You can enjoy it, and there are things to help. So that's where we are today. And we had a lovely person from Delta push Bert in the wheelchair all the way to Timbuktu to our gate, and stop for food. Very, very kind. It's a lovely service, and I have no idea if all the airlines offer it, but Delta is super. I know my mom has used it before too, and they're just incredible with it. So we're going to be hanging out here for a little bit, and then I believe that they will get him onto the airplane, because just any sort of pressure on his feet is excruciating right now. So we need him to be wheeled as far as possible. And then same sort of service once we get into Long Beach. I assume that's an option there, because I can't really do my luggage and his wheelchair at the same time. So I will keep checking in this video series to let you know how I'm doing physically, and then look for my themed adventures as well. They're going to be a lot of fun and completely different from what we're doing here. But thank you again so much for your support, and hopefully I've been able to encourage you to get after your health, do what you can, and still enjoy life. I'll check in with you later. Okay, we made it to the hotel, and the people at the airport were lovely, trying to help and pull luggage and stayed with us. And now Bert has a fancy new ECV. Hey babe, look at your cool wheels. Bam, look at that. And we're just learning how to drive it and maneuver it, and we're going to walk to Disneyland, walk/roll, because the bus that comes to the hotel we're in is offline for like an hour. And we don't want to wait that long, so we're going to do a little 17-minute walk, and oh, it's me, hey. And we got the KT tape on my back, so hopefully it will start helping and hold out for 7 days. So we'll see you there. Well, good morning. It is now Sunday morning, and we're wrapping up 12 weeks of PT and physical readiness. Just thought I would pop in and let you know how the first day did. There was about 12,000 steps yesterday, and that was just 2 airports and downtown Disney. Today is my first day in the parks. I'll be in DCA and doing a Mike and Sully Monsters Inc. adventure today. So my hip is actually a little bit sore. I'm not sure what from specifically,
But I brought my red light pad. I'll get a locker and put that in there. And otherwise, I have the KT tape on the SI joints, and they're doing fine so far. So hopefully things will continue to go well. Got just a little physical status update. Excited to keep filming for my adventures in downtown Disney. I got a lot of footage for the 70th anniversary with all the cool stuff they have out there. And I keep looking for the bus. And let's see, we found Tinkerbell in a few places. We did a lot for Sleeping Beauty at the Disneyland Hotel. And excited to get in the parks today. Bert did pretty well yesterday. He really enjoyed having the scooter. Like, he was zipping around like it was a little race car. It was very, very cute. It was nice to see him enjoy something, because it's been a while, this neurological thing. I hope they figure it out soon, because it's really taking its toll being in constant pain like that all the time. And as soon as we made it into the Esplanade, he started crying because he said he had hoped that just being at Disneyland would make him feel better, and it did. Something about that magic. Anyway, that's where we are today, and I will check back with you again, I assume, and let you know how I'm doing in this 6-7 days of walking at Disneyland Park. I'm here at the Lamplight Lounge, having a drink, doing a Monsters Inc. themed adventure, and I just put the red light pad on my hip because it is just not having it. It keeps cramping, and it is not great. I think I'll be okay as long as I choose to rest more frequently than I have. It is not the outcome that I had hoped for on this trip, but with so many other things going on with my body, I guess I'm not that surprised. But at least it's not also the SI joints at this point. So I guess technically this is the second day out of the 7-day trip. So hopefully the red light pad will help it relax a little bit. And then be off for the rest of the afternoon. Here's hoping. All right, well, I can't quite tell if the red light pad helped. I tried to leave it on, and then I had to go back through security and take it off, and it was just more of a hassle to try and do that and hook it up to the charger and whatnot. But it is cramping a lot when I'm walking. So I put on a Salampa patch. We'll see if that does anything. But I'm just gonna have to really pace myself, because if this is day 2 and I've still got 5 more full days plus an airport day, I'm gonna be in trouble if I keep going at this pace. Ugh, just happen to have a cramp right now. So, it's ibuprofen time. We'll see if that helps. And just like that, this ends week 12 of my physical therapy journey to be able to walk Disneyland. But I wouldn't leave you hanging. So check out the bonus week 13 video coming up to finish off my time at Disneyland.